Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video here, we're going to see how we can deploy a web application with Streamlit. So in one of the previous videos, we created this web applications with Uber pickups in New York. If you're not seeing that video already, make sure to check that one out. In this video, we're going to deploy it with Streamlit, and then we can actually see how it works. I'm also going to show you how we can generate a requirements file in your own application and projects with a single command. So this was the web application that we created in that previous video. We have these Uber pickups in New York. We're loading in the data set to a data frame. First of all, we're just visualizing the raw data. We can have this checkbox if you want to see the raw data or not. And then we basically just create this bar chart as well with number of pickups per hour. Then we can go in and sort the number of pickups per hour, create this slider, and actually create an interactive map down under here. Again, we can see the busiest time of the day is 5 p.m. in New York. Then we will have the slider, so we can actually go in and sort the number of pickups per hour. Let's just say that we want to see the number of pickups on the map at 12 p.m. Then we can go down at the bottom here. We will get this interactive map. We can just zoom in here and see an heat map over the pickups by Ubers at 12 p.m. in London for this specific date. And again, we can see that it is pretty busy here on Manhattan. And then again, it can be used for a lot of different things. It only took like a couple of lines of code to set up this application, this web application, where we can go in and do data analysis. Right now, I'm going to show you how we can get a requirements file for this project so we can upload it to a GitHub, and also so we can deploy it with Streamlit. First of all, we're going to open a new terminal up here at the top. We are going to open a new terminal. We'll get it down here at the bottom. Right now we are in the current directory, but if you're not in that, you will basically just need to specify it with the command. But first of all, we're just going to pip install the module that we need. So the module that we need to pip install is called pip-rex. So we basically just type that in. So pip-rex for requirements. And then we just pip install that. I already have it on my computer, but now we actually just have it. We can go inside our working directory and then just call this command, and it will generate a requirements file for us. So again, we just run it, pip-rex. And now we just, after this command here, we can specify the working directory. But right now I'm already inside the working directory, so we can just directly run the command. So I'm just going to hit enter, and now it should be able to go in and generate a requirements files. As we can see up here at the top. So for this application here and this project that we have created, we need NumPy, Pandas, and Streamlit, and it also specifies what version we are using. So this is really useful if you're creating some large applications, you're not 100% sure like all the different like modules and frameworks that you're working with and what is actually like necessary to be able to run your apps and Python scripts. Then you can just directly go in and use this module, run a single command, and it will generate a requirements file for you, and then you can upload it to your GitHub repository. So now when we have created this requirements file with all the frameworks and modules we need, we can basically just go inside streamlit.io, and then we can go and create a new app. First of all, we'll go into GitHub and just deploy our repository, or like upload our code to our GitHub repository. So I've already done that. I'll just go inside my repositories here on my GitHub. Then we have this Streamlit Uber repository. We have the requirements file, and then we also just have this Python file for our web application. Again, we can see that we only have like around 40 lines of code for loading in this data and creating this web application with Streamlit. So we both have our requirements text file and also our Python file with our web applications. So that is the two things that we need before we can go in and deploy our web application with Streamlit. So again, we'll just go back. We can now go up and create a new app. I've already connected this to my GitHub repository, but here we can see that we have this Streamlit Uber. We're just going to choose this repository here. We can see that we have this main branch, and now we just need to specify the name of our Python file. I'll just go back again, and then we can see that the name is Uber_pickups. So let's just go in and type that. So we have Uber_pickups.py. And now we can also set up some advanced settings, but right now we're just going to deploy it. So when we're developing it in our own Python script with Visual Studio Code, we're just opening up the local host. Again, we can make changes when we hit save in our actual like Python script. It will actually show the changes live in our web application as well on the local host. But when we want to go from localhost to the actual like internet, we can go in and deploy it with any other servers, or we can go in and use Streamlit. So let's now just deploy it and see how it works out. So here we can see that it is now deploying. It should take some time here, but again, after that, we should be able to see our web application. So your app is now in the oven, and then we can see the results after that. And there we go. Now we can see that we're deployed our web application with Streamlit instead of on our local host. Again, we can do the exact same thing. We can show the raw data, or we can uncheck it here in the checkbox. We can see the number of pickups. We still have the interactive map with our Uber pickups at a specific time of the day. So this is really cool. It can be used for a lot of different kind of things. You can even like just have your Python scripts created web applications on top of that with only a few lines of code. Really awesome and easy to work with. So thank you guys for watching this video here. And again, remember the subscribe button and bell notification under the video. Also like this video here if you like the content and you want more in the future. This can be used for a lot of different things. We're going to cover like way more functionalities with Streamlit in upcoming videos. Also have computer vision tutorials and deep learning tutorials if you're interested in that. I'll link to one of them up here, or else I'll see you next video, guys. Bye for now.